Hello everyone, good evening. I hope everyone has enjoyed their Wednesday so far. I'm meteorologist Jordan Derensberg, and we had a much more pleasant day today. It's unlike yesterday when we had that dust coming in as a result of that haboob over portions of West Texas that slid all of that dust here into Central Texas with those really strong winds that did spark a couple of wildfires. Thankfully, we're getting close to full containment on both of those. So let's go ahead and let's break everything down, shall we? As we take a look outside, that's our Zach Theater weather camera. And if you saw that video earlier, there was a dude dancing on the Pfluger pedestrian bridge. I'm not sure if he was listening to Kendrick Lamar's album or just some random dance tune or anything like that, but this is the type of that weather that makes you want to cut a rug a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. But anyways, really nice clear skies throughout the entirety of Central Texas. And for today, we got to 72. So Grace Thornton got it right on the money with her high temperature today of 72. The airport also got to 72 as well. But right now we're down in those mid 60s with the humidity at 25% right now. So not as dry as where we were yesterday. So a really comfortable occasion if you're planning on getting ready to go to those evening Ash Wednesday services. Now, as we take a look at our temperatures across the region, we do have some upper 50s and outer fringes of the coastal plains. Giddings and LaGrange at 58 and 59 apiece, and also 59 out in Llano. But those are our cool spots. Most of us still in those low to mid 60s, except Blanco just checked in at 57. Now, slightly more humid in places like Giddings and LaGrange at 42 and 43%, but still around 25 to 30% is our relative humidity so far right now. Remember, yesterday, it was much lower as that dust was sliding in from West Texas with those very strong winds. Your allergy count has alder, cedar, and mold in the medium. Elm and oak are low, and you can find this allergy count each and every day on kview.com and the KView app. Starting off your Thursday, we're starting off in those upper 40s, but this model's kind of overdoing things just a little bit. I do have us getting to the lower 70s once again for your Thursday, because we're going to have a little bit more cloud cover than this, although I do expect this to be mostly sunny. We are going to have good bits of moisture coming in from the southeast, and when you've got that moisture coming in from the southeast, what that's going to not allow for is a lot of that heating, because drier air heats up faster than more moist air, but there could be some areas in the hill country that still could get to those upper 70s because they have drier air, but they also have an increased fire threat, and we're going to talk more about that in just a bit as well. Now, for your Friday morning, we're going to be starting upper 50s, lower 60s, so it's going to be quite comfortable if you're doing that Friday morning jog, but it's also going to be a little bit more on the humid side, and we're going to get even warmer as well as we head closer to 5 o'clock on your Friday afternoon. Now, that's the start of South by right here in downtown Austin, so it's going to be a very toasty start, but this is also ahead of a front, and what that's going to do is that's going to drop our temperatures a little bit, but also up our storm chances. Now, winds in the afternoon tomorrow. That's what we're going to watch for, because we're going to have winds coming out of the south at 5 to 15 miles an hour. But here's this pink line. There you see the gusts getting close to around 30 miles an hour. Some areas could have gusts getting up to around 35 miles an hour as well. And when you factor in that along with the warm temperatures and the dry soils, especially west of I-35, we've still got that elevated to near critical fire weather concerns for the hill country. Most of the hill country now, as of the latest update from the Texas A&M Forest Service, does have very high fire danger for most of the hill country, and even high fire danger along I-35. So if I were you, I would definitely avoid any and all outdoor burnings. If you don't listen to that, you want to make sure that you control anything that may cause a spark. Really be careful tomorrow, even though it's not as critical or as extreme as yesterday. Now, here we go for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's our better storm chance. I have it at around 20%, but I have highs Saturday and Sunday below average for the first weekend of South by before we warm up quite nicely as we head into Monday. And oh, by the way, Austin FC is at home on Saturday. They're taking on the Colorado Rapids, in addition to us turning our clocks forward in hours. So unfortunately for me and you are going to lose an hour of sleep. I know a lot of y'all aren't fans of that, but that's just the fact of the matter. Anyways, mid to upper 70s for the beginning portions of next week. And I'm watching next Wednesday, though, for the potential of even more of the same that we could have seen on Tuesday. Now, I do want to mention, don't be alarmed. I'm not trying to scare anybody about the other day. This is 7 days out, so there is a lot that needs to be considered between now and then. But by and large, not really a whole lot going on except for that storm chance as we head into Saturday, and also a little bit of that slightly elevated fire weather danger for your Thursday. It's not critical by any stretch of the imagination. I want to mention that. It's not like, well, extreme, I should say. It could be elevated to near critical fire weather concerns in the hill country, but it's not as extreme as where we were the other day. But still, critical fire weather is something you do not want to mess with. You want to make sure you're taking any and all necessary precautions. Now, let's see if y'all have any questions. Doesn't really seem like y'all have any questions so far. I'm going to put Zach Theater camera back up here. Let's see if y'all have any questions. Doesn't look like y'all have a lot of questions or comments or concerns or anything like that. So I'm going to be on here for a couple more minutes and kind of wait and see if y'all have them. I know some areas in the hill country, not just Llano, Burnett, Mason, out toward Fredericksburg and that kind of thing. You've got Enchanted Rock, you've got Tau involved in there as well. A lot of other areas in the hill country do have some issues. So definitely something that we are paying attention to very closely, especially with the drier soils, low humidity, as well as the warm temperatures and dry soils. And also that could limit bluebonnet season. Grace Thornton made a really good piece today about bluebonnet season. So something to really watch this spring. Photo ops are going to be hard to come by unless you go to the Lady Bird Johnson Wildlife Center, or whatever that's called, I forgot. Kyler Jones is asking when it's going to snow again. Not this season, I can tell you that right now. Not really much to talk about. We're going to be, winter's pretty much done. We're in meteorological spring, and we're about to be done with astronomical winter here in a couple weeks. So, yeah, you could close the book on the winter here in Central Texas. We're not going to get any real cold snaps, anything nearly cold enough for snow at all. So, to answer your question, Kyler, no, we are not going to have any more snow this season. Well, maybe in around 10 or 11 months' time, depending on how the climate data shakes out and how weather patterns shape out 10 or 11 months from now, but that's going to be your timeline. I don't think there are any more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to leave it there. I hope everyone has a tremendous Ash Wednesday evening, and I'm going to see y'all tonight at 10 on KVU News, not just on KVU Plus, but also on your which is on your Fire Stick, Roku, or Apple TV, but also on KVU On Air at 10 this evening. For now, meteorologist Jordan Ehrenberg. See y'all then.